Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we are going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, as well as the vast majority of crypto and finance. And with that being said, I hope that you are all having a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are out there in the world. So Ripple X Dev put out a post talking about how they identified an issue within the AMM pools and that they are going to be looking into resolving the problem and that you shouldn't be interacting with the AMM. Now, obviously, keep up with their Twitter account to make sure that this is fixed before you even interact with it. I always say, do your own research, make sure that you know what the AMM is, know what you are actually doing when it comes to the AMM. But regardless, there was a problem. And a lot of people ask me, like, is this a very bad thing? Like, is this going to cause a lot of issues? I think that this is something new. It's something very, very big that is new. And it's going to have some hiccups along the way. I mean, listen, it's not going to be perfect out of the gate. This is also why I said in my videos talking about the AMM to not utilize it at the start. Make sure that you are sitting on the sidelines and you're taking into accountability what's happening on the AMM. Because again, with something new like this, it's always going to have its issues. But regardless, why am I actually fully excited about the AMM? What are the dark secrets behind the AMM? It's very simple, right? Let's look into a few things. So Anderson put out a post and he said, I can see the future. February 2016. Guys, this is a very old document from 2016. But now we finally have the AMM. And this kind of pertains to that. We have at the center point the XRP pool, which could be the AMM liquidity pools. We have correspondent bank on the left, top, right, and the bottom. We have at the bottom, by consolidating liquidity to service international payments from many disjointed international nostro accounts into one XRP pool, respondent banks allocate less total liquidity to service the same volume of global payments. Here's how. Now, on the right side, you have a response, and it says the rails are here. Now, the question is, will the ecosystem makers come? And that's something to think about, right? Because the AMM, a lot of people think like, oh, well, the AMM, once it's live, that's it. Like, now the new rails are here. Anyone can do this, that. No, you still need ecosystem makers to make these markets, to make these pools. Now, a lot of people have been talking a little bit about the escrow, which we will get to towards the end of the video. But I do think that this is pretty much the same focus point of the AMM. I still think that this is the end goal, to have that the most liquidity pool, which is kind of funny to say now, but regardless, it is the most liquidity pool out there to service a global payments network of banks. This would essentially eliminate nostro accounts, which would be a huge step in the right direction around realizing in the internet of value and also unlocking a tremendous amount of liquidity. But also over here, we have liquidity is aggregated at the protocol layer. This was the post from the XRP ledger talking about the AMM, and you can see some of the players that are in place already. We have the protocol wide liquidity pool at the bottom point. This is that center point. The XRP pool, it's just the protocol wide liquidity pool. This makes me think about this image quite a bit. But also we have over here from David Schwartz, my personal vision for XRP since 2013 or so was the idea of deep open public pools of liquidity that anyone, anywhere could contribute to and draw off of, a global market for assets that someone happens to already have exactly where someone else happens to need them to be, aka the internet of value. Now, beyond this, right? Let's go over to this theory that Anderson put out. And his theory was the XRP ledger DEX with AMM is integrated with on-demand liquidity sometime in the future. Guess what? It already is. Ripple can now contribute to the liquidity pools of on-demand liquidity corridors themselves along with others, thus ensuring liquidity is or in select corridors. They earn a fee from the traffic. Everyone wins. Now, like I said, it's already merged. In fact, Cryptonwriter put out a post under this talking a little bit about it. He said the XRP Ledger DEX has already been merged with on-demand liquidity since the last Swell conference, as seen here. And here you have that announcement. Introducing Ripple Payments, the next evolution of Ripple's payments product, delivering a licensed end-to-end solution for financial institutions and SMEs with 70-plus payout markets, expanded crypto liquidity options, integration with the XRP Ledger DEX, and much more. Now think about this, right? In the past, we have heard that once XRP is stable enough, aka the volatility is low enough, and XRP has proper liquidity, they could target much larger corridors. With the AMM, I think that unlocks that opportunity, because I said it in the past that once the AMM is in perfect position, because again, there's a lot of initial problems that need to be fixed, like I said, but once we get past all those hiccups, this is going to make XRP the most liquid asset in the space, in my opinion. As long as we get those ecosystem makers that want to actually, come over to the XRP ledger and build out this liquidity pool, or liquidity pools, I should say, that should make XRP the most liquid asset in this space. But also, we have over here, this got posted by Cooper Dog Dad. This is from Mickey B. Fresh. This is Prisma. We have, AMM to integrate to payments probably very, very soon. It's already integrated with the XRP Ledger DEX in terms of Ripple payments. So this would be a perfect example of that. But listen closely to this video.
So right now, ODL doesn't use any DEXs. That may well change. We've been investigating using DEX services for ODL, and that would include being able to trade against AMMs. That doesn't currently happen. Prisma can use DEX liquidity. Prisma can also use multiple exchange liquidity, and it can break large transactions into smaller transactions. It can aggregate them to sort of more intelligently take advantage of liquidity. So there are some markets where markets are thin, but to do a large transaction, if you spread it out over time, you take a little bit of increased risk of volatility, but you take a lower cost. So that's what Prisma does. We have started a major effort to integrate DEX use into ODL. We have started a major effort to integrate DEX use into ODL, and that would include being able to trade against AMMs.
And that's already in place now. So you can essentially trade against these AMMs. And we have here that for now, it's an XRP only platform. But I don't think we're rolling anything out for the future of Prisma. I think as we continue to dig in and we identify opportunities that will have a positive impact on XRP liquidity, we will be open-minded about them. As long as ultimately, we keep in mind our North Star of Prisma to drive increased usage of XRP and increased available liquidity of XRP. If that involves another digital asset, I don't want to roll it out by default. Then also over here, liquidity aggregation and trading platform that we're building. Again, do I even need to talk about liquidity is aggregated at the protocol layer? This is the liquidity pool. Right now, we're building Prisma to work within the on-demand liquidity flow. So Prisma is going to provide connectivity to all of the exchanges, aggregate liquidity, provide a single API to our on-demand liquidity infrastructure. But in addition to that, we're going to be building upon Prisma so it can intelligently route transactions between venues and ultimately drive natural liquidity on the platform. I'm going to keep saying it. North Star or Prisma is increasing unsubsidized natural liquidity of XRP across global markets. One of the main ways that we can do this is we can provide single APIs to market makers. That's exactly what is happening here. Now, also, we have this clip. And this is actually from Mickey B. Fresh. This is where AMM liquidity pools come into play. XRP never dries up completely off exchanges, but new AMM design swallows up XRP and converts volatility to yield. Percentage of escrow release used to reward liquidity pool token holders. More liquidity, more use cases. XRP volatility is beneficial. Now, a lot of people have this in mind. I'm going to play this clip in a second, but a lot of people have this in mind that escrow, the escrow held by Ripple, could soon play a role in the AMM. We have a discussion here between David Schwartz and Panos. He was actually responding to a few people regarding the AMM, but we have, I don't know if Ripple putting XRP from the escrow into the AMM would be a good thing. For one thing, if you put in only XRP into an XRP USD AMM, at deposit time, you're effectively selling half your XRP. But guess what? Remember, Ripple has $1 billion in cash. They sell 200 to 300 million XRP monthly. Wouldn't the best solution be to provide both? Providing a few millions in both cash and XRP would make sense, and this is something that Ripple can do, and by adding in several XRP/stablecoin pairs, that will benefit on-demand liquidity too. And I actually think that this is something that could very well happen. It would make sense for them to do so. And remember, this all goes back to the whole idea of making these deep liquidity pools, aka the vision that David Schwartz did have. Again, this could be a realistic viewpoint on how big the AMM could be. But also listen to what David Schwartz did talk about, including the AMM and XRP and even possibly escrow.
Because of the XRP ledger's inherent advantages as an AMM and DEX platform, Ripple's engineering team is designing an expansion to XRP ledger's order book DEX to include an automated market maker, offer better user experience, and greater liquidity to this long tail of tokens. Liquidity providers will get better returns through the inherent execution advantages of the XRP ledger that I just mentioned, and a sort of secret sauce that will allow liquidity providers to get more of the profits normally lost to arbitrage, and it will be bolstered by incentive programs. Execution advantages of the XRP ledger that I just mentioned, and a sort of secret sauce that will allow liquidity providers to get more of the profits normally lost to arbitrage, and it will be bolstered by incentive programs. Traders will get better pricing and better order execution due to integration with existing order books. They won't have to change anything they do. You'll be able to execute the same payment and trading transactions on the XRP ledger. You'll get more liquidity and better payment and trade execution. This is because the XRP ledger already supports cross-asset payments, and it supports cross-asset payments through multiple paths. So one of the problems with a cross-asset payment, let's say I'm spending XRP to pay somebody Bitcoin, is I'm going to draw down an order book, or I'm going to push the market against me. I'm going to take the cheapest liquidity first, and then I'm going to have to move to more expensive liquidity. The XRP ledger has multi-path payments that can draw down liquidity from multiple sources, and that will include the various automated market makers. So for example, if I'm going from XRP to USD, I can go directly from XRP to USD through an automated market maker order book, but I could also go XRP Bitcoin USD, XRP Ethereum USD through these multiple paths. And if I draw down multiple paths at the same time, I don't have to move the market as much, and so I can get a better rate. Done right, automated market makers on the XRP ledger could be a game changer, uniquely positioning it to leapfrog other DEXs. Key time, I don't have to move the market as much, and so I can get a better rate. Done right, automated market makers on the XRP ledger could be a game changer, uniquely positioning it to leapfrog other DEXs.
So as we really think about how big the AMM is, a lot of people are overlooking the opportunity at hand here. Like, as we really think about how big the AMM is around liquidity, increasing the use cases of XRP, increasing the overall ecosystem growth and health as well. This, in my opinion, once all of the hiccups are out of the way, is going to be an absolute game changer. And it's also going to only strengthen the XRP use case, as XRP being a settlement currency for anything of value, and also for it being a bridge currency for major banks if that becomes the case. Which again, I take it back to that initial image where you have that XRP pool at the center point, realizing in the internet of value, you have these all these correspondent banks. Even over here, right? This is the vision. This is the internet of value. Now, Is it too crazy to think that this is still the case now? No, it's not. In fact, all of the major moves made by Ripple and their full focus on the XRP ledger solidifies that even more and more. I am very excited about these changes happening because Ripple payments continues to expand rapidly, and every single finance leader out there is ready to dive in to blockchain-based solutions around payments. I'm very excited for what's going to happen from here on out. I'm going to be focused on it. Everyone is going to be focused on the wrong things because they're only going to look at the price action and say, oh, well, AMM was a failure, even though I stressed it that it was not an initial value changer. Over time, once all of the major issues are fixed, this is going to confirm XRP's position in not only payments, but also in the space as a dominant name. And the XRP ledger, in my opinion, is also going to expand rapidly through a lot of these initiatives that are launching on the DEX. I'm on the ledger, sorry. I'm very, very excited about the future when it comes to XRP and even around payment use cases. Payment use cases, proper liquidity is a major deal. So now that we have this AMM, I'm watching to see if the ecosystem players come over, just like we have here from HMate JX. I'm very excited to see what happens. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord in the description below. And with that being said, guys, this has been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.